Hello everyone, and welcome to my latest pick a card reading on what your partner's family really think of you and finding out what impressions you've given them. So as this is a general reading, there might be multiple personality types or traits within each group, so not all the traits I describe may resonate with you, but hopefully there will be some insight here for you. Before we get started, if you like these readings, please give them a thumbs up, as it all helps grow my channel. I like to post videos on weddings, wedding planning and tarot readings, so if that's something you're interested in, please also think about subscribing. I'm new to YouTube, so all support is gratefully received. Okay, so let's get started with today's reading to find out what your partner's family really thinks of you. So I have 3 piles here for you. Pile 1 with the clear quartz, pile 2 with the moonstone, and pile 3 with the rose quartz. So take some mindful breaths just to center yourself. Maybe shut your eyes or focus on the cards and the crystals and have a think about the question. What does my partner's family really think of me? What impression have I given them? And then choose the pile that is calling to you. And you can then jump to the time listed in the description for your pile. So I'll get started with the readings. Okay, so let's get started with group 1, and welcome to everyone who picked the clear quartz. So let's see what we've got here. The 10 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, the Hermit, the High Priestess, 2 of Wands again, 10 of Cups, the 10 of Wands again, Justice, Princess of Winter, the 7 of Spring, the 4 of Summer. I'm gonna do the 2 of Oracle cards afterwards. Liberator, Detective, and Destroyer. We'll see what that means in a bit. Okay, so as I noticed as we were putting the cards out, you've got a couple of pairs of cards here with the 10 of Wands has come up twice in 2 different decks, and the 2 of Wands has come up in 2 different decks. You've also got a 7 of Spring, which is also a fire card, so perhaps you're one of the fire signs, because we've got 5 fire sign cards here. So with the 10 of Wands, I'll pick them both up here. So the 10 of Wands is kind of giving the impression that you're hard-working and you're taking on everything yourself. This one here, this guy seems quite burdened with everything that he's having to carry, and you know, maybe for your partner's family, maybe they're feeling that they want to help, but you're kind of trying to keep everything to yourself, because you've got here with the 4 of Pentacles, it's about kind of trying to keep hold of everything and keep tight hold. And I think, you know, sometimes this is to do with money, but it could be to do with the work that you do. You know, maybe your partner's family find that you like to do everything yourself, and not let other people help. But I mean, with this one, it's got a different impression to the Rider-Waite version of the 10 of Wands, because this guy looks quite burdened, but on this one, these 2 people look quite capable and well prepared for everything that they've got to carry. And though there is a kind of looks like quite a steep trek up to to their house at the top of the hill, you know, they look like they've probably trod that path before, and the way they've got everything on their backs, they're obviously very capable of doing everything. So even though you do a lot, I don't think you're someone who complains about the amount of things that you have to do. And perhaps maybe you would like help, but you don't speak up, so you're kind of keeping everything to yourself. But we've got here, the Seven of Spring is about being assertive, so maybe you need to kind of speak up a bit more. Perhaps for some of you, you're seen as someone who doesn't ask for help. So that's what I'm seeing, that you do a lot, but you might not ask for help. And again, the kind of the hard worker is coming up with the Two of Wands, and you've got two of them here. You know, when this one here, they're planting their seed and it's starting to grow, and you know they're getting on with what it is they've got planned, and this other one, he's started off on whatever he's going to be doing, and he's surveying everything in front of him. So you're somebody who's kind of, you know, are getting stuff done, and working hard. Now for some of you, you could also be seen as somebody who's spiritual, with great intuition, because you've got the High Priestess here, and she's all about kind of your spiritual self, higher matters, intuition, that sort of thing. And what did I see here? Yeah, this one, the detective, also says you've got great powers of observation and intuition and a desire to seek out the truth. So, you know, it could be a spiritual truth, or it could be, you know, a different sort of truth that maybe you're looking for. And I feel that you do want to help people, because this one is about seeking the truth. This one is about trying to free people from, and others from, outmoded beliefs and releasing negative thought patterns. And you've also got here the Justice card as well. So all these cards are kind of implying that you want to help people get justice. So perhaps you're seen as, I don't know, somebody who voices their opinion, and maybe your opinion and your truth, or your version of the truth, whatever that may be. You could be political, you could be an activist, you're seen as somebody who's kind of fighting for injustice. And again here, the Princess of Winter, it says speaking the truth. This is speaking the truth with, they're speaking the truth with kindness. So yeah, when you've found out what you believe, when you tell people, you need to tell people in a way that's kind. Because some of the cards may indicate that for some of you, you could be a bit too forthright with your opinions. Because the Princess also says they could be undiplomatic. And the Destroyer here, the kind of shadow attributes there's intoxication with destructive power, destroying other dreams or potential. So perhaps if somebody's come up with an idea or something, perhaps you're quite quick to, you know, tell them that that's not right. Maybe you need to find a better way of telling people, because it could rub them up the wrong way. And we've got here, looking here, go, the Four of Summer. And so for some of you, you could be seen as someone who gets bored easily, and maybe that's why you need to be busy and always doing something, because you don't like just sitting and doing nothing. You know, you'll worry that you might miss something. And we've got here the Ten of Cups. This is a nice happy card. So this is like a nice happy family. So this gives the impression for me that I'm feeling that within your family and your partner's family, they've welcomed you in. Overall, you're well liked and you're part of this family now, and you're joining a family that lives life to the full. So that's a very nice card there. I suppose also actually I didn't pick this one up, the Hermit, and this one could be related a little bit to this High Priestess card, this kind of, you know, following a spiritual path or a higher path, and maybe, or it could be because you're so busy doing things, maybe a bit of a workaholic, or so burdened with things that sometimes they don't actually see you. You are actually a hermit because you've got so much going on. They don't see you that often. And I'm going to just finish your reading with two of these lovely Wisdom of the Tree Oracle cards. And you've got the Willow in reverse and the Montezuma Cypress. I think these cards are gorgeous. Really nice touchy-feely cards. Okay, and with the Montezuma Cypress, it says, are you feeling bogged down by worries and difficulties? Learn to focus your attention on whatever is most important to you or to the situation, and don't dilute your power by concentrating on trivial matters. So that's about finding your focus and maybe not burdening yourself too much with things. And the Willow in reverse. A difficult person or situation is sounding a discordant note. Do your best to understand other people's point of view, even if you don't agree with them. You can lead by example, so show off your good nature. So, yeah, even with the Seven of Spring, it's about being assertive and don't back down from what you believe. But at the same time, you also need to maybe understand what other people are going through. So the Justice card, review details carefully, fair and objective decisions. So maybe trying to see other people's point of view, even if you don't really agree with them, but be nice about it. Speak the truth with kindness, as the Princess of Winter says. Okay, so it was a short one, but that's what I've got for you, Group 1, and I hope some of it resonated with you. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up, and please think about subscribing, and hopefully I will see you on more videos. Okay, bye for now. Hello Group 2 and everyone who picked the lovely moonstone. So let's see what we've got for you. I will look at the two oracle cards at the end for you. So we've got Five of Cups, the World, the Empress, the King of Cups, the King of Cups again, the Two of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the Devil, Ace of Winter, Ten of Spring, Eight of Winter, Five of Spring, Rescuer, Judge and Mystic. Okay. Okay, so it might be quite a diverse group here. So 10 of Spring. So this kind of indicating that your partner's family see you as a hard worker. You're seen as someone who does a lot, maybe you do too much. And it says, all work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities and to ask help from others. So you're doing a lot, but maybe you could get some help and not have to try and do everything yourself. But I get the impression you probably like to be busy. And the 8 of Winter here, this is 8 of Winter, indicating someone who maybe lacks self-confidence and belief in themselves. It says here, you have what it takes if only you believe in yourself, thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. So, I mean, you've got with this one the 3 of Pentacles. So obviously, whatever it is you do, you're very good at it. I mean, the guy in this picture is painting a picture. He's very good at art, but you could be good at something else. Could be music, could be something creative, something that you've mastered and you do really well, but you're doubting yourself. You're doubting your abilities and not thinking that you're good enough. So your partner's family see you as somebody who's very good at what you do, but they can see that maybe you're hiding it, or you've just not got the belief you need to take it forward further. And you've got 2 cards here, the Rescuer and the Judge. And both these cards are about helping people, and they indicate that you're somebody who maybe stands up for other people, tries to help the injustices in the world. You're someone who does good. We've got here, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. And the Rescuer provides strength and support to others in a crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. So on the kind of the light attributes, you're seen as somebody who's very supportive, very helpful, acts out of love. But unless you're one of the like shadow attributes where you enjoy helping people too much, you don't want people to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. But I've got a feeling it's more you're seen as somebody who's helpful. And we've also got here the Empress. And this card indicates that you're a down-to-earth person who relishes in nature. So perhaps you're an outdoorsy type, and you're seen as somebody who loves nature. And you're a nurturing person as well. Now I'm also seeing here that maybe you're someone who's been seen as going through a bit of a tough time recently. Maybe your partner's family can see that something's happened, and this card represents emotional loss. So it could be for some of you something has happened, and then this card here, the 4 of Swords, is telling you that you need to rest and recuperate and hibernate away and not join in. So maybe something's happened and you've had to get away from everything and hide yourself away. And the King of Cups we've got twice here, so normally a sign that it's important when it comes up twice in one group in two different tarot decks. And this can indicate somebody who's got good diplomacy and controlled emotions. You're seen as someone who can evaluate a situation and keep your head. So you're seen as a calming influence, and can assess things well, and talk in the right way, I suppose. You're very diplomatic in how you tell people the situation, which is very important in life. And I'm getting the impression also that you're probably extremely well balanced, with the King of Cups and the Empress, and you've got here the Judge has a set of scales, and this one, even though it's not normally about balance, you can see here they're very similar in the way the pictures are drawn. So, and they're balancing on their seesaw. And balance is very important to have. And I mean, these two cards seem quite opposing. So, I mean, with families, you often have some people that you get on with and some people you don't. So you've got the Two of Pentacles, the two children are on their seesaw, happily playing together, having shared out their coins. And the Five of Spring, you've got these two little fairies squabbling. They're difference of opinions and they're just not getting on. And that does happen in all families. No matter how nice you are, I'm sure there's somebody who's going to rub you up the wrong way. We've got here this one, the Devil. Some members of your partner's family might see you as having maybe an addictive nature, like the Ten of Spring. If it's all work and no play, you could be the person who's, maybe you're addicted to work. You like to be busy, you like to do things, and maybe you're addicted to helping people. And so you've got the Rescuer and the Judge, and the Empress, and this is coming through in a kind of an addictive nature, like a workaholic. And we've got here, this is a good card, the World. You've got the world in your hands. This is like a card of completion. You've got everything you need. You've completed your cycle. You've got the world in your hands. Seen as being, maybe you're seeing, this card is telling you that maybe that card is giving the impression that they see you as worldly wise. Maybe it is exactly what it says. You're seen as somebody who knows about the world and knows lots of things, and keeps up with things that are going on in the world. And maybe like travelling around the world as well. That could be an option as well. Now I pulled then two Wisdom of the Tree Oracle cards. They're really lovely, I really like these. And they say, start with this one, the Giant Redwood. Do not underestimate yourself, either in terms of your natural abilities or your unique personality. You have so much to offer the world, and there is no need to feel inadequate or to lack self-confidence. So, blimey, that's what we've got. What's this? You got so much to offer the world, and no need to lack in self-confidence. And that's what we've got here with the Eight of Winter, a lack of self-confidence. It keeps you from getting what you want. Well, this giant redwood is telling you not to feel that lack of self-confidence. Trust in the giant redwood. And we've got, there we go, the pomegranate. Use your intuition and instincts to tune into your major themes of your life. Meditation will help you to still your mind so that inspiration can strike, and creative visualization will help you to plan your life's path. So, I didn't pick this one up, but you've got the mystic revels in intimate union with the divine, with the shadow attribute of delusional rapport with the divine. But this could be using your intuition and instincts to map out your life. So that's all I've got for you, group 2. Hopefully some of this resonated with you. If it did, please give me a thumbs up, maybe leave me a comment, and think about subscribing. All helps grow my channel, and hopefully I will see you all on another reading. Okay, bye for now. Okay, hello group 3 and everyone who picked the rose quartz. Let's see what your partner's family think of you. I will look at the oracle cards at the end. Got the Emperor, Two of Swords, Magician, Five of Swords, Empress, Princess of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Nine of Autumn, Strength, Unity, the Chariot, Shapeshifter, Addict, and Child Divine. Okay. So I'm seeing that you're a very strong person. Yeah, you could be seen as someone who is very together and know what you want. Because we've got here, you've got the Emperor, you've got Strength, you've got two Queens, you've got the Empress. Yeah, they're very, very strong cards. There are also quite a few swords here, so it could indicate that you're one of the air signs, but maybe not. Now we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. I'm going to bring these both up together. I love the artwork on these cards. So this could indicate that you're seen as being a nurturing person, you're down to earth and a home lover. They could see you as someone who takes care of her home and wants it to look good. So perhaps you're someone who you are very house proud, and yeah, wants to make sure it's always looking its best. The Queen of Swords is a no-nonsense sort of person, so you could be seen as someone who is sharp intellect and gets to the point without waffling. But you could be seen as someone who's a bit judgmental as well. So you kind of know what you want to say, and you will say it bluntly. And the Princess of Swords, implying that you're somebody who's kind of ready for action. So you're seen as somebody who's, got plenty of get up and go, is what I'm hearing. Now the Emperor is the male energy equivalent of the Empress. So this one's got a lot of authority, and also with the, as I put this one up, the Unity card, which you see them both, they're both very similar features here with the white beards. Yeah, this is all about kind of authority and doing the right thing. And this Unity card is the equivalent of the Hierophant in other decks. So yeah, it's quite a very strong energy. So you've got strong male energy here, you've got strong female energy here, you've got the Strength card, grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. Very nice sentiment, isn't it? And you're seen as somebody who can see the potential in new ideas. So maybe you're quite a creative person, or you get quite excited about new things that are happening, because we've got here the shapeshifter, the ability to see the potential in everything. And that's what the magician is as well. It's that potential ability of things that you could manifest. So these cards are also kind of implying you're probably the sort of person who can fit in with different people and maybe change your image to fit the situation that you're in, which, I mean, here it's got it as a shadow attribute, projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment, but in the same way that it helps you get along with lots of different people if you're able to just, you know, gel with people in whatever situation you're in. I think that's actually a very good skill to have. And we've got 2 reward cards here with this one, the Nine of Autumn and the Chariot. So these are both about reward and success. So you could be seen as somebody who's successful. Yeah, so this is reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, maybe you are self-employed. And then this one, the success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments. So these are both very similar cards, giving you the same message. And again, the Queen of Pentacles is also about success, and you know, she's obviously a very successful woman here as well. But perhaps all this strong energy and your strong nature and opinions that you've probably got, maybe you find it difficult to see the other side of an argument or an opinion. Here you could be blinded to situations that are going on, or blinded to other options that are available. You know, I know this card is often about finding it quite difficult to make a decision, but I think in this situation, because you're a very strong person, you're probably very good at making decisions, but maybe it's other things that you just can't see. What we got here? Child divine. Innocence, purity and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. It's a very nice card. And I mean, this one with the Unity as well, this one's about a spiritually minded community. So maybe you are connected with a community that's spiritual or religious, and you're seen as somebody who gets involved in the spiritual side of life. And then here, addict, helps you recognise and confront addictive behaviour. And your shadow attributes, compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. I mean, apart from that card, I don't see kind of an addictive nature in any of these other cards. It's all about strength and success and determination. That's what I see in these cards. So maybe that one's an outlier, but could be maybe for one or two of you. You have got that sort of nature that's what your partner's family see, maybe. You know it's not, but maybe they think it is. And we've got 2 cards here from the Wisdom of the Tree Oracle, so I thought I'd pull a couple of cards and see what messages they have. So we've got the Horse Chestnut and the Elm in reverse. So the Horse Chestnut: something is puzzling you. Hold it up to the light of careful thought and do not be in too much of a hurry to solve the conundrum. Sometimes the answer is slow to arrive, so do your best to be patient. Okay, so you've been told, be patient. And we've got the Elm in reverse. Is someone being completely honest with you at the moment? Is it possible that they are not telling you the truth for some reason? Keep your wits about you, especially if you are involved in negotiations or important discussions. So, something to think of. And so we've got here the 5 of Swords. This person kind of looking back. He looks like he needs to keep his wits about him as well. So, yeah, tying in there. So that's all I've got for you, group 3. I hope you found some of this insightful and some of this was interesting and resonated with you. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and please think about subscribing. It all helps my channel. And I'll see you all on the next video. Okay, bye for now.